The final home game of the U of L season produced a result like so many others in the last few seasons, a defeat. Number 23 overall of this season as the Cards limped into the ACC tournament with a 7th consecutive defeat. 3 seniors honored before the game: Aiden McCool, Zan Payne, and J.J. Traynor, who said he still could come back. Payne hit this early 3 to give Louisville a short-lived advantage. Another staple of this year's team has been falling behind early. Such was the case tonight against Boston College. The Eagles built a 17-point lead in the first 6 minutes. Louisville spent the rest of the game trying to reel them back in. Mostly stayed between about 8 and 12 much of the second half. BC wins at 67-61. Tyler Griever and Eric Crawford with some final thoughts on what seems likely to be Kenny Payne's last game as coach at the Yum.
Folks, the final score: Boston College wins 67-61 in Louisville's regular season finale. But Eric Crawford, I don't think many of us have too much interest in discussing the game itself, but what is to come after it and Kenny Payne's future as we turn our eyes to Washington, D.C. in the ACC tournament.
Yeah, the games haven't mattered for a while here. You know, I mean, we can talk stats and what guys have done, but they've lost 7 in a row. Yep. And at a time when we thought they might get a little something going, they got nothing going. And, you know, this was a 6-point loss that could have been a win. So it's just now sit and wait. And we don't know if something will happen as early as Sunday or if we will wait for the end of the ACC tournament to see when the school moves. But I don't think there's any question in anybody's mind. I don't think there was much question in the mind of the fans, or even it seemed like Kenny Payne's mind or his players, that there'd be some action taken, and he probably won't be back here. Definitely won't be back here as Louisville basketball coach.
Whether I'm here a year, 2 years, 3 years, tomorrow's over. Whatever it is, did I do right by the players? Was my heart in the right place? They have to do the same. Am I working as hard as I can every single day to be the best player I can be? Am I about my teammates? Am I playing selfishly? Will I give it 110%, knowing my talent level may not be like the other guys? If none of us can do that, then we cheated the game and we cheated the system. What I inherited was broken. More than I could ever tell you, it was broken. Are we 1 player, 2 players away from being a really good team? Probably 1 or 2 players away. Do people care about that? No.
I just don't think Louisville is 1 or 2 players away from being good. I think there's a lot that's got to change here, and it starts at the top.
Well, yeah, and you know, these are decent players. I mean, from a recruiting ranking standpoint,
yes,
this is as talented. This was a more talented team than Boston College. It's probably a more talented team than Virginia Tech last week. All of that is there, and so from that standpoint, the right 2 players were those players, DJ Wagner and Aaron Bradshaw. You know, we were thinking, I mean, look, those were the ones on everybody's radar when Kenny Payne was hired. That was the caliber of player everybody thought would come. That didn't materialize, and I think he might have even been surprised that he wasn't able to kind of get more high-level talent than he did, but it didn't happen, and it just wasn't enough this year.
We really thank you guys for keeping up with us and supporting our work throughout the season. I know it's hard, it's tough during years like this, but we're here no matter what, win, lose, or draw. For Eric Crawford, I'm Tyler Griever for WDRB Sports.